Excellent. So in a couple of moments, we'll be using the Speaker's Portraits Corridor. What that means is evidently you'll see a lot of portraits of former speakers, but also, as importantly, you'll see official offices of senators. Now, though it is Friday, almost Friday evening right now, it's not uncommon to have senators in their offices at this time of the day. So very important to keep quiet as much as we can while we're in that hallway, or else we'll meet senators, but for the wrong reasons. All right? Perfect.
Yay!
There we go.
Handsome guys, Michael guys. You're making me blush.
Oh, it's Michael Miller.
Because if you remember precisely, while we're at the House of Commons stop, I let you folks know that the Queen of Canada or the Governor General, both of those individuals are not allowed to enter the House of Commons chamber. But I didn't let you know why. This is quite one of Parliament's very fascinating stories. So very long time ago, in 1642 in England, there's a king named Charles I who wanted to arrest 5 members of the House of Commons for treason against royalty. So one morning that the House of Commons was sitting, the King Charles I and his entire army marched right onto the House of Commons to arrest those 5 members of Parliament. But to his surprise, those members of Parliament had been tipped off that the King was coming and they'd hidden themselves. Ever since then, it created a big argument between the Speaker at the time and the royalty, which eventually led to the Civil War in England, which ended with the King Charles I being beheaded, exactly that. Beheaded. Exactly that. So beheaded. Ever since then, he was the first and last monarch to enter inside the House of Commons chamber. And since here in Canada, a lot of its parliamentary system is based off British tradition, that's one of the British traditions they adopted here. So that's why you will never see Queen of Canada enter the House of Commons chamber. Just want to get it. And then also, while we're at the library of Parliament, so I remember a statue of a certain individual in Canadian history. Was anyone able to recognize who was on that marble statue? In the middle of the library?
Oh, Queen Victoria.
Victoria, exactly that. It is Queen Victoria. Excellent answer, folks. A very important monarch in Canadian history, because not only was she the first Canadian queen, she's also one who chose Ottawa as the capital of Canada in 1857. And she chose Ottawa in particular as opposed to maybe more popular cities at the time, and even today, such as Toronto, Kingston, Montreal, or even Quebec City. She really chose Ottawa. Now, Queen Victoria is represented in this room on one of the portraits. Can anyone spot her for me?
Cool. Victoria.
And also, this is not how the Senate usually looks. I'll say that too. Usually there's like a podium over here, and in the middle there are all these chairs. There's just in the Senate. Usually in the middle there are just desks for the clerks who advise the Speaker, Speaker of the Senate on procedure. But here we are in the Senate. So I'll ask you folks, what are some of the big differences that you can distinguish between both chambers? Color, as excellent. Color, very good. Are there other ones? Federalist countries around the world, because senators here are appointed by the Governor General on the advice of the Prime Minister. So they aren't elected like in the United States or in several other countries.
Yeah, we know that.
That's the big problem.
Yeah, that's a bad problem.
Exactly that. And then also for the 3 seats in the back, I'll ask you folks, who do you think has the honor of sitting in the very big seat to the left?
Speaker of the House.
It's you're actually the closest one. It's the Queen, though. The Queen. It's a Queen right now. Not a king, it's a Queen. Yeah. We're getting to, we're gotta get that. So it's the Queen of Canada who sits there, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. However, she lives all the way in London, England. She's also the Queen of 16 other Commonwealth nations around the world, so doesn't always have the chance to be here. So instead of the Queen, who do you folks think? I guess it's Governor General, exactly that. So to His Excellency's right arm with David Johnson, who usually sit there. To his left will usually sit his spouse, and in front of them will be sitting the Speaker of the Senate. That's the chair for him. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, honestly. It's super difficult to Senator.
Okay, it's good.
Before we get too deep, let's move on. Yeah. It's it's difficult because Canada doesn't have the similar process as the United States, the impeachment. They do have it. It's just it's very complicated to.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually when they're about to be unseated, they usually retire. So they do that before.
Why is there such a big gap? Because you reread it 3 times?
Everybody wants to sit in the 11.
Jimmy, is this number 11?
Kuya, nakadami ba ako sa'yo dyan?
Come on, everyone. Let's go.
Ganda sana ito.
That was so unnecessary.
Good job.
Nice job. Just want to make sure it was okay to post these, but it's okay.
Thank you so much.
That's great, Michael. Thank you for today.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. You're an honor, sir. Thank you very much. We're closing the gate.
Close the doors.